Welcome to Moist Nougat. I am the kid.
And I'm Dan Lee.
Dan Lee's losing his voice. Same thing happened to me like a couple weeks ago. He's fiercely sucking on throat lozenges, and
Yes.
my wife made him a honey and
Tea
lemon
Yeah, it was a
tea kind of thing.
Yeah, very good.
So we'll see if he can make it through. I want to know how long you think it's going to be before this fucking camera turns off.
I was thinking maybe 4 minutes.
I tested it this morning.
Oh, okay.
It went like 6 minutes and something the first time, then it shut off.
Okay.
Then I checked the settings. Everything's where it needs to be. It went like 4 minutes and turned off.
Oh, gosh.
And then I reformatted the SD card and stuff. And I let it run, and it went like 7 minutes, hadn't turned off. And I was like, I need to get in the shower and stuff like this. So
Oh, okay.
we'll see. So I'm going to say between 4 and 7 minutes. You claim that you're not sure why your voice is gone. I think you and Mom had it out last night. They had a big argument, and you were screaming.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'm only kidding.
See, I always told her, look, I'm not drinking Jim Beam. I'll drink Jack, but I'm not drinking Jim.
Well, I wish you want you to drink Jim Beam instead of Jack.
And we had a big blowout over that.
Yeah.
So I was like,
all the shot glasses were dirty, and
drink your damn Jim. I'm sticking with Jack.
This week we're gonna get into bucket list items.
Yeah.
And mine's a little unorthodox for bucket list type stuff,
Okay.
but it's still, a bucket list is it's shit you want to do before you kick the bucket.
Yeah.
So, but I'll let you start out. What's the first thing on your list of bucket list items?
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I spoke Mandarin for a second.
I want to sail on a clipper ship.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because you've talked about the clipper ships before.
Yeah, they're just too cool. And so what they've done is they've taken kind of these modern hulls that have the same shape as the clipper ship, but they're twice as big.
Yeah.
And so they have 5 masts. And,
well, that's the thing. I looked it up because we talked about something. I can't remember what it was, but you were talking about clipper ships, and I was looking up research. I guess when we were still doing the corrections and updates, but I don't have the time for that to go back and correct everything we said wrong. I mean, if you don't believe us, look it up.
Yeah.
We just talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Right.
A road trip. We did the 1 month road trip.
Right.
Now this wouldn't be a 1 month road trip. I'd want to do. No time limit. I would just want to be able to go pack up and go where you want.
Yeah.
Spend as much time there as you wanted to.
Right.
And if it took a year, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very cool.
And it would be fun to do it in like a I'm not gonna say like a full on like motorhome or I mean, it'd be nice to have like one of the, Prevost or something like that. But I mean, just one of those. It's almost like the front end's like a truck. I went to Cuba.
Wow.
It just like I watch another show. Every time I've seen anybody in Cuba, it just looks like the coolest place to go check out. And now I'm not big on flying, and I'm not big on flying over water.
Right.
But if I could make it down to Key West or something. That's it's like a 90 mile. So what's that take in a plane? 20 minutes maybe.
It just depends.
Yeah, I mean, depends on what kind of plane you're in. But I mean, I might be able to fight my fear for that amount of time twice. Because you got to come back too.
Oh yeah.
But
we were on a cruise. I've only been on 2 cruises. Your mom and I. But we did see Cuba. I don't know if it was
Cuba.
It could have been 20 miles away, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it had some. I'm telling you island's got some elevation on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like Alaska, you
Right.
see they're out in the middle of nowhere, but then there's Anchorage. It's like a city,
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere.
Isn't that funny? It's one of the states of the U.S. and I don't really know anything about Alaska.
I watched several shows that were filmed there, and I don't know a lot about it, but I know there's a lot of places you can only get to by plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yep.
if you don't like to fly, and
Yeah.
I'm talking, these aren't all big planes either. Some of these are just, 4, 6, 8 people type planes.
Well, everything's got to go well because if you're going to fly in, that means you got to fly out.
Right. Well, and some of these planes land on water. Some of them land on snow.
So, if the plane doesn't start, I don't know.
Yeah,
somebody better come because you're not walking out.
No, you're not walking out. That's for damn.
You're gonna end up dinner for something.
Well, 46 below zero or something like that. You're not lasting long.
Yeah, really.
Better have extra pair of mucklucks.
Mucklucks. And a really good toboggan.
Yeah, really good toboggan. What else you got?
Well, there's a train that runs up in Canada, and it's called the Rocky Mountaineer. That's the name of the train.
Never heard of that.
And I've seen pictures of it. It looks like a beautiful train, and you can ride that into. It's hard to say. I struggle with this name. Banff National Park.
Banff.
I think it's spelled Banff. Banff. Tough.
They wanted the f at the end.
Yeah, they got to have the f.
Put 2 of them there.
I don't know. Was that maybe a Frenchman with a lisp named the place? I just don't know. Banff National Park.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, the Rocky Mountaineer is a train that you can go across. I don't know from where to where, but I just saw pictures of it. It said the Rocky Mountaineer, and just the idea that it goes into Banff, because I've always wanted to go to Banff. It's just such a gorgeous place. I would imagine there could be all the bear, the grizzly, the big brown bears, and the black bears. They might have all 3 of them. I know the black bears are obviously in New York, and the eastern seaboard.
Yeah.
So probably everywhere on the east.
Yeah, grizzlies are scary.
Yeah. Brown bears too, because they get huge too.
They have the abdominal snowman, I think, in Alaska as well.
Abdominal.
He's
got really good abs.
I think the actual pronunciation is the abominable.
Abominable.
Abominable. There you go.
I love a word like that.
That's why I always said,
because you can't put the brakes on. You just got to keep going with it.
That's why I always just called them the abdominal. Boy, I think this is a good time for a break. I'm getting a cramp in my side. I got to stand up and maneuver around for a minute.
Yeah.
That's what happens to me when I laugh. I start getting cramps. That's why I'm usually just sourpuss.
Oh, gosh. You're not a sourpuss.
I want to attend all the Broncos home games for a season.
Wow. That would be totally awesome.
Yeah. Just every home game.
Wow.
I don't want to go to like the visitor stadium. I want to go where I'm around a bunch of people that are cheering for the same team I am.
Well, it would be not the Suez, Panama Canal.
Yeah.
I'd like to. I know it's not very big. It's not very long, but I'd like to experience that in a ship.
So you want to go through the Panama Canal on a clipper ship?
Yeah, yeah. Because I grew up with the canal system in New York that runs across the state.
Right.
So, and of course that was built early 1800s.
Yeah.
So, I would love to see something big.
Yeah, I watched
the Panama Canal
years ago. I watched a documentary on them, like actually building it and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
and it's cool. It's cool to watch boats go through there.
Oh yeah,
ships. You know, it's a process.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful area.
I'd love to go to a Yankees game, and I it so sucks that I didn't get to go to the original Yankee Stadium, because I would have loved to have gone to the original Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I was lucky. I was there once.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I loved it.
It's a shame that they didn't just you know what I mean? There's so much history in that, but there was.
Yeah. I got to tell you one quick little story. Steinbrenner's up in his box, and Reggie Jackson was in a slump.
Yeah.
He hadn't about got a hit in so many games.
So was this like 77, 78, 79, somewhere around there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I can't remember. It was definitely 70s, of course. So it could have been 77. But we're sitting right above third base, and he takes a pitch, knocks it out of the park.
Yeah.
Drops his bat, turns around,
looks up to the box.
It's Steinbrenner. Took off his hat and took a bow. He took a bow, and it's like the place was just going nuts.
That's Reggie for you.
And he trotted around, taking it all in.
Yeah.
So Steinbrenner is standing up and on his feet. He's waving.
Yep. Reggie was a bit of a arrogant, you might say.
He's like, so he was on after that. I mean,
he got out of his slump.
That's all it took was
a hit. But other than that, the only thing I got, and it's a weird bucket list item, but I want to own a home before I die.
Yeah,
I'm so tired of renting. You got any other bucket list items?
No, that's just being on a ship, going to specific locations, and just seeing things that I think I may never see. So.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a whole lot. I priced it out. It's a $750 million trip.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. It might
$700 million is just riding the Clipper ship.
Yeah, really.
You can do the rest of it for $50 million.
What a deal.
Yeah, we're at a good stopping point. Dan Lee's losing his voice. He's got more chili in there to eat.
Oh yeah, that'll revive my voice for a little bit.
And so hopefully that was enjoyable. And believe it or not, the camera never shut off.
The little camera that could.
It never did. So maybe reformatting the SD card was all it took.
Yeah.
It goes off.
It goes off.
But anyways, thanks for listening. I am the Kid.
And I'm Dan Lee.
We'll catch you next time.